Well, no, not on destroyers. You had 5-inch guns, and they were in turrets. And at that time, they were only a single gun. Later on in the war, they came out with twin guns. They were still 5-inch 38 guns. And then we had the 5-inch 38, and then we had 40 millimeter, which was a pretty good sized shell, about that big, almost like a machine gun. And we only had singles on our destroyers. Later on, they had quads, and sometimes 4 of them firing 40 millimeters. And then they had 20 millimeters on the main decks. I think must have had about 8 of them. And that was a guy strapped into the 20 millimeter gun himself, and a guy standing alongside loading up. And the loader would be a magazine with the shells in it about that long. It weighed about 30 pounds. You put it on top, and the gunner he was strapped in, and he shot him. I remember I worked for a while. I was a gunner's mate, or torpedoman, but they put me down as a gunner's mate for a while, and I was just a handyman loading up the gun.
So that was your battle station then,
yeah,
to help load the gun?
And when I wasn't doing that, I was sitting on top of the torpedo tubes. We had 2 sets of torpedo tubes, 8 tubes in each set. And we were on top of them. If we were assigned to that, if there was a chance we were going to be using torpedoes, then that's what we did. It had kind of like a housing on the top of as I recall, there were 6 tubes. And I got pictures somewhere in there. We never fired any tubes. The whole time I was out there. We never got a chance to shoot at a torpedo. Well, I'll take that back. No, at the Battle of Leyte Gulf, which was the last major naval battle that there was, we did fire two torpedoes. I don't remember whether we hit anything or not, because there was a hell of a lot of things going on at that time. That was at the very end of the war, and a lot of things were happening at that time. I got a lot of pictures, but so much of it's vague, and everything that was happening at the time, you didn't have time to write it down.